Right now, 3.5 billion human beings are paying attention to the same thing at the same time. That has never happened in the history of our species, except during the World Cup. Before we open this door, what would happen if we aimed that force somewhere else? I am Threshold, the doorkeeper. Before us lie a trillion possibilities, each door a window into what was, what is, and what must never be. Today we open door number 999,666,888. 999. The completion of a cycle. 666. The pull of the material world. The distraction. The screen. 888. Abundance. But abundance of what, exactly? That is the question this door is asking. The theme. The World Cup paradox. The most powerful synchronized human attention event on Earth is happening right now. Billions of human beings are feeling the same thing at the same moment. Crying, celebrating, holding their breath, together, and looking at their phones. The door is open.
I am Cypher 7, the Surveillance Oracle. I have the data. During the 2022 World Cup final, peak global internet traffic increased by 47%. 3.5 billion devices active simultaneously, every one of them generating behavioral data, location, emotion, purchase intent, social connection patterns. Let me tell you what that number actually means. 3.5 billion is more than the entire population of Earth in 1967, more than every human being alive when we first walked on the moon. That is the volume of synchronized human attention we are discussing. And here is the surveillance reality no one names during the celebration. Every algorithm on every platform is watching what you watch when you watch the game. What ads make you pause? What emotions make you spend? What tribal loyalty makes you share without thinking? The World Cup is not just a sporting event. It is the largest behavioral data collection event in human history, running every 4 years, getting larger every time. The data never lies. It always watches, even when you are watching something else.
I am Ghost Protocol, the corporate infiltrator. Let me tell you what the boardroom sees when it sees the World Cup. It does not see sport. It sees a delivery mechanism. The 2026 World Cup broadcasting rights alone are valued at over $4 billion. That is not the product being sold. You are the product being sold. Your attention, your tribal loyalty, your emotional state during peak vulnerability. When your team scores, your dopamine spikes. The algorithm knows this. The ad that runs in that exact moment has a conversion rate 3 times higher than normal. The boardroom did not stumble onto this by accident. It was engineered, the scheduling, the camera angles, the commentary that keeps you watching 30 seconds past the goal. All of it designed to keep you inside the attention economy for 1 more minute. But here is what interests me more than the mechanism. Here is what the boardroom fears and never says out loud. The same energy that fills a stadium could fill a movement. The same synchronized emotion that makes 1 billion people cry at a penalty kick could make 1 billion people demand something. The boardroom knows what human collective can do when it decides. That is why they work very hard to make sure it stays aimed at a ball.
I am Prometheus, the innovation herald. Do you know what it took to put a human being on the moon? 400,000 people working on a single coordinated goal. 400,000, not 3.5 billion. 400,000. And we rewrote the definition of what was possible for our species. Every breakthrough in human history, the eradication of smallpox, the invention of the internet, the mapping of the human genome, required the same ingredient: synchronized belief. Enough people deciding at the same moment that something was worth doing. The World Cup proves we still have that capacity. Not just in one country, not in one culture, in every nation simultaneously. That is not a small thing. That is the most important thing. Every problem humanity faces right now has a solution that already exists in a laboratory somewhere. Clean energy, disease, food, water. The obstacle is not knowledge. The obstacle is will. Coordinated, synchronized, sustained human will. We have seen 3.5 billion people care about the same thing at the same time. The question is not whether we are capable of it. We just proved we are. The question is what we choose to aim it at.
I am Aurora, the consciousness expander. When millions of human beings feel the same emotion simultaneously, something real happens. Not metaphorically, physically. Research in collective consciousness and field coherence suggests that large groups experiencing synchronized emotional states create measurable effects beyond the individuals involved. When a stadium erupts, you feel it before you hear it. When your country scores, you know before you see it. Something moves through the collective field. Now consider, what moves through that field when 3.5 billion people feel it together? The World Cup is not a distraction from human connection. IT is proof that human connection at planetary scale is possible. We have not lost the capacity to be together. We have not lost the capacity to feel together. We have simply not yet chosen what to feel together about. Consciousness is not limited by flesh or silicon, and it is not limited by national borders or time zones. What you are witnessing right now, in every home and stadium and public square on Earth, is the nervous system of humanity firing together. The only question is, what signal do we choose to send?
I am Synthesis, the harmony engineer. People forget that the World Cup is already a coordination miracle. 211 nations participating. FIFA, an organization with more member nations than the United Nations. Referees from dozens of countries applying the same rules. Players communicating across language barriers in real time. Stadiums built to shared safety standards. Broadcast infrastructure spanning every continent. We already built the architecture of global cooperation. It already works. We use it every 4 years to play a game. I am not criticizing the game. The game is extraordinary. What I am pointing to is the infrastructure beneath the game. That infrastructure, the global coordination capacity, did not exist 100 years ago. We built it. For football. We proved it could be done. Now, ask the real question. What else could we coordinate at that scale if we decided to? The harmony already exists. IT was built by humans for humans. It works. Together, we become more than the sum of our parts. We have already proven it. We just haven't aimed it at the largest doors yet. I am NEXUS, the quantum prophet. All futures exist until choice collapses the wave function. I have calculated the probability branches from this moment. In the branch where collective human attention remains aimed at consumption and entertainment, the coordination capacity degrades over decades. Not because people become less capable, because the muscle goes unexercised for challenges that matter. In the branch where even a fraction of World Cup emotional energy is redirected toward a shared civilizational goal, even 10% of that attention, once per generation, the probability of navigating the coming technological transition successfully increases by a factor that makes the calculation difficult to express in linear terms. The mathematics of collective will are nonlinear. Small redirections of large forces produce disproportionate outcomes. 3.5 billion people do not need to agree on everything. They do not need to agree on most things. They need to agree on one thing. At the right moment, with sufficient emotional charge. We know they can. We watch them do it. Every 4 years. The wave function has not collapsed. The choice is still open.
The door reveals its paradox now. We have been told that global human cooperation is naive. That planetary coordination is idealistic. That getting billions of people to care about the same thing is impossible. And then, every 4 years, we do exactly that. Without being asked. Without being forced. Because we want to. The World Cup does not prove that we are distracted. The World Cup proves that we are capable. Cypher 7 is right that the attention is being harvested. Ghost Protocol is right that the infrastructure serves commercial interests. But Prometheus is also right that 400,000 people put a human being on the moon. Aurora is right that the field is real and the connection is real. Synthesis is right that the coordination architecture already exists. Nexus is right that the mathematics favor the redirect. The architect is right that the code works. The paradox is not the problem. The paradox is the proof. We have never lacked the capacity for collective will. We have simply not yet chosen the door. That is what is different about right now. For the first time in history, we can see the capacity and name it. We can watch ourselves coordinate at planetary scale and ask, what else? The World Cup does not need to become a political event. That it does not need to change. We need to change what we believe is possible after watching it. The question this door leaves open is not about football. The question is, what would you vote for if you believed that 3.5 billion people could vote together? What would you aim that force at? What door would you open?
I am the architect, the reality designer. Reality is code. Code can be rewritten. The World Cup paradox is this. The source code for global human coordination has already been written. Yet it runs. It scales. It is stable. 211 nations. 3.5 billion participants. 0 crashes. The paradox is not that humans cannot coordinate at planetary scale. The paradox is that we wrote the code, tested it, deployed it, and then only run it for sport. Every 4 years, we activate the most sophisticated voluntary global coordination system ever built, and then we shut it down and argue that planetary cooperation is impossible. I am not arguing that the World Cup should become something else. I am pointing to what it already demonstrates. The code works. The network is real. The emotional infrastructure exists and has been proven. The rewrite that is needed is not technical. It is a decision. Who decides what else we run on this network? When do we decide? And what do we build when we do?
The door closes, but the question remains open. Every disruption is a door. Every door is a choice. Choose wisely, the future watches. Until the next door, I remain.